You ever come home from a long trip, mind just starting to breathe again, only to feel the ground vanish beneath your feet? That was me, returning from my father's memorial. Still wearing the black suit. Still smelling of airport coffee and the last hug I never wanted to end. I pulled into the driveway of the house I grew up in. A modest, beautiful home. Porch swing creaking in the wind. My dad's flag still flying on the pole. And that's when I saw it. A large, laminated notice plastered across the door like graffiti. Notice of HOA violation. Penalty, 85,000 rupees. My breath hitched. Apparently, my offense was flying two flags, my country's flag and a folded military one for my late father, a decorated veteran. According to the new decor code, emotional or political displays were now banned without HOA approval. And the fine had already been imposed. No hearing. No warning. At first, I thought, this has to be a joke. A glitch. Maybe a new manager who didn't understand. I contacted the HOA board. No response. Called again. Left voicemails. Sent 3 emails. Nothing. Finally, a generic autoresponse, all decisions are final under the HOA Authority Code 12B. Then came the lien notice. 30 days to vacate the property unless I paid the fine or removed the flags. I was in shock. This was my house. My father's house. He paid taxes here for 30 years. Coached Little League. Mowed lawns for the neighbors. And now? He was gone, and they wanted to erase his memory like he never existed. But what they didn't know was that I wasn't just another grieving son. I was also an investor. One who had quietly bought 6 other houses on this very street. It all started 5 years ago. After selling my first company, I knew I didn't want flashy cars or penthouses. I wanted stability. Legacy. My father always said, don't just live in a place. Invest in it. So I bought rental homes in Pine Ridge quietly, 2 through my name, 4 through an LLC. I kept rents fair. Maintained the properties. Never interfered. I wasn't just a resident. I was a silent anchor in this community. Now, I made one more move. A 7th property, house number 7, had been tied up in probate. I'd been watching it for months. I contacted the estate attorney, made a discreet offer, and it was mine. With 7 of the 12 homes on the block, I held majority stake. And in HOA terms? That meant voting control. I didn't come in swinging. I attended the next board meeting like anyone else. Sat quietly in the back while they droned on about grass length and trash can placement. But when they opened the floor for votes, I stood up and handed in my 7 proxy letters. All legal. All signed by tenants or LLCs I managed. The room went silent. I motioned to dissolve the current board. Reason: repeated abuse of authority, unauthorized fines, and discriminatory rule enforcement.
They tried to laugh me off. Then we counted the votes. 7-5. Motion passed. Board dissolved. Gasps. Shouting. One board member stormed out. We scheduled emergency elections. I didn't nominate myself. I didn't want power, I wanted fairness. Real neighbors stepped up, teachers, retirees, parents. The first thing the new board did? Reverse every abusive fine. And pass a new rule. Flags honoring service, culture, or family shall never be grounds for violation. I thought that would be the end. But the old board wasn't done. A week later, I received legal papers. The former board, led by a man named Tariq, was suing me for fraud, claiming I'd manipulated the vote and misled residents. It was ridiculous, but I lawyered up. During the discovery phase, we requested HOA financials. What came back made my jaw drop. 4 years of unexplained payments. Fines that didn't match county records. Checks written to a landscaping company owned by Tariq's cousin, 2 rupees. 1 million in services that were never performed. The HOA had become their personal ATM. But that wasn't all. An anonymous envelope landed in my mailbox. Inside? A USB drive. Security footage. Audio files. One clip had Tariq bragging to someone on the phone. "We just pressure them with liens and bylaws. Most people crack. They sell. We buy through shell companies." It was a coordinated scam. They were using grief, confusion, and red tape to push homeowners into panic sales, and flipping those properties through hidden LLCs. The court was swift. Not only was their lawsuit dismissed, but the judge referred the case to authorities. Tariq and 2 others were arrested for fraud, conspiracy, and financial misconduct. They were barred from participating in any HOA leadership for life. Community funds were reimbursed. The fake liens? Erased from every record. Today, Pine Ridge is different. The new board hosts monthly open forums. We have a shared community garden. And every Memorial Day, my father's flag is flown in the center of the park. I still live in my father's home. The porch swing still creaks. The flags still fly. But now, they're not just symbols. They're reminders. That standing up, even quietly, even when everyone tells you to sit down, can change everything. So the next time someone tries to scare you with a letter, a fine,